Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, Executive Editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with another episode of Dave's Faves. And today we're talking about Francis Poulenc, the amazing, the delightful, the humorous Francis Poulenc. And this disc was just, it was a dream come true for me. I love Poulenc. His wit, his insouciance, his quintessentially French aesthetic, his ability to somehow make music sound like 10 different composers all in one melodic line, because he writes in little 2-bar sniglets and you just never know where it's going to go, but somehow it all holds together. It's really amazing. It's amazing stuff. And here is the disc on Naxos. It's quite recent, actually. It's the suite from Les Biches, which has been done a million times, and the suite from the Les Animaux modèles, the model animals, his least known ballet, which is absolutely delicious. It's based on fables by La Fontaine, I think, or something like that. And finally, his Sinfonietta, which is all but unknown. Nobody plays it because everybody thinks it sucks. Well, it only gets performed in a way that makes it sound like it sucks. But when you play it this well, it doesn't suck. Wonder of wonders. The conductor here is Jean-Luc Tingaud, and he's he's conducting the RTE National Symphony Orchestra, and my God, they sound great. Absolutely great. What is the secret of this unbelievably fabulous disc and these amazing performances? Well, first, speed. Poulenc needs to be played quickly. There is no reason ever to linger. You have to throw those 2-bar phrases. You got to keep them coming so quickly that you don't have time to register the fact that you've just heard 2 bits of Mozart, 2 bits of Schubert, 2 bits of Parisian cafe music or popular music, and they all just go together. That's the point. So many times I've heard Les Biches, the opening movement of Les Biches, and it's just too damn slow. It's wonderful. It's delicious no matter how you do it. But when it has the right snap, it's like a Rice Krispie, the snap, the crackle, and the pop. It has to have that dry, sec quality, that fantastic sort of unsentimental 20th century faux Stravinsky, whatever you want to call it. Poulenc's style was chameleon-like. But when you really pick it up, it's just, the whole thing just comes to life. It's extraordinary. And that's exactly what happens here. It's the same thing in the Sinfonietta. Now, the Sinfonietta is what was... Poulenc was trying to write a string quartet, I think it was, and he gave up because he really didn't feel he had much sympathy with string ensembles and stringed instruments generally. And he liked woodwinds. Oh, smart man. He liked woodwinds and brass, Anyway, so he turned it into the Sinfonietta, and no one has paid much attention to it since. And there's a good reason for that, because when it's played too slowly, it's rather soggy. It just doesn't cohere. But when you play it with verve and gusto and treat it like, the delicious little bonbon that it is, all of a sudden you find out, wow, this is a great piece. So if you've heard the Sinfonietta and you've not paid attention to it or didn't think much of it, you have to hear this version, because it's going to make all the difference in the world. And as for the model animals, oh, what a delightful piece it is. I don't know why the suite almost never gets performed, or why the complete ballet almost never gets performed, because the music is just wonderful. It's absolutely first-rate Poulenc, and people just don't do it. It just gets overlooked, like the Sinfonietta. It's amazing. In fact, all of this music. When was the last time you saw someone play Poulenc's orchestral works in a concert, in a real concert? Like a normal concert. I can't remember the last time. And it's a tragedy. I've seen the double piano concerto. That I've seen played. But the regular piano concerto, the aubade, the concert champêtre with either a harpsichord or a piano, all of these suites and other pieces, they just don't get played. And it irritates the crap out of me, because is there any composer who's more fun, who's more just purely enjoyable to listen to? I don't think so. And this recording just blew my mind when it came out. It really did. Let me do that so you can see it properly. This is definitely the Poulenc disc to own if you're owning only one of the non-concerto works. It's totally, absolutely fabulous in every way and wonderfully recorded too. So give it a shot, for heaven's sake. You don't know what you're missing if you don't know it. It's just marvelous. Keep on listening, folks. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Dave's Faves. And check out the Dave's Faves playlist attached to the bottom of this review or the end card that you could see on your screen. Take care.